Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Liz and this is A Catholic Mother's Journey. I'm really pleased you're joining me today. So today I felt like the Lord was leading me to talk about the power and benefits of fasting. So welcome back to the channel if you've joined me before, and you're really welcome if you're brand new. So why should we fast? Well, fasting brings us closer to God. It is pleasing to God when we fast. And it takes our eyes off the physical circumstances in front of us, off our human, our physical instincts and desires, and enables us to put our eyes onto God. It's very powerful. It's a powerful tool, and I believe a lot of us overlook how important and powerful it is. When it's put together with prayer, it can really make the difference. You know, it can get us those breakthroughs. So, for example, you might be praying for something. You may be praying for a situation to turn around, for someone in your family or for yourself, you know, whatever it is. And you may feel like you're not getting the answers, that nothing is changing. But if you start to fast as well, that might be when you get your breakthrough. That might make all the difference. So you may be familiar that the Catholic Church sets down certain days of the year for fasting, so Ash Wednesday and Good Friday, but we can fast whenever we feel led to do so in addition to that. So I just want to share with you a brief testimony from my own life of when fasting has really changed a situation. So a couple of months ago, my son George went to hospital. He was very unwell. Now George is profoundly disabled and he's 9 years old. If you've not watched this channel before, he can't walk or talk and I'm his carer. I would recommend watching my testimony video, which gives you more of the background on this, and I'll link to that in the description below so you can see that. So he was very unwell recently, went to intensive care, and it was a horrible situation for all of us. It was sudden and unexpected, and you know, in that situation, obviously I was praying a lot, but you just see the person in front of you, your son in front of you, lying in a hospital bed, very unwell. And it is hard, let's be honest, it is hard sometimes to hand a tricky situation over to the Lord for him to deal with it, because you've got this thing staring you right in the face. So I was struggling a bit, although I was praying. And I suddenly felt led to fast as well. And when I say fast, I didn't do an extreme fast. I didn't starve myself, because, you know, I was in hospital with my son. I had to stay physically strong and stay strong for him. But I fasted appropriately, you know, giving certain things up. And when I started to do this, I really felt the situation changed radically. It was transformed. You know, for me, it was completely different. I was just given the grace to bear the situation after I started fasting. I felt more peace. I felt like I was able to hand it over to the Lord. I felt confident He was dealing with it. Praise God. And George made a really good recovery as well. He was in hospital. He did have recovery time at home, but he made a great recovery. So I really do think fasting made a lot of difference, all the difference in that situation. So I just want to encourage you, if you're going through something difficult, you're watching this video and you have been praying for something, for somebody, for something to change, for a situation to change, and you haven't so far seen any change, you haven't seen any breakthrough, I would encourage you to fast. If you start fasting as well as praying, just see what the Lord can do. It can make your prayers really effective. Maybe you're trying to beat an addiction in your life. You know, fasting can really help break those things along with prayer. We have to be responsible when fasting as well, though. So, you know, children shouldn't fast and people above a certain age shouldn't fast either. And if you have medical conditions, which makes it difficult for you to give up food, you know, and so on, there are circumstances when it's not appropriate. But for anyone, anyway, it doesn't have to just be food that we fast from. We can fast from other things such as social media, TV, whatever it is for you that would be hard to give up might be a good thing to consider fasting from. For example, you might find it really difficult to give up watching sport on the TV or the news, for example. I know for me, giving up my morning cup of coffee is probably harder for me than giving up food, and I'm sure my family would vouch for that. So whatever it is for you that's tricky to give up, that's probably going to be quite powerful if you give that up and put that together with prayer. And I would really recommend before fasting, praying for the grace to fast, and always plan when you're going to start your fast so that you can pray beforehand for the grace to do it. And if you're new to fasting, I would not go extreme, just start small. It's better to start small and be consistent and finish the fast rather than going into extreme and giving up quickly. So I really hope that video has encouraged and blessed you. Thank you so much for watching, and please do take a moment to like the video and share it with anyone who comes to mind when you're watching it. It's not just for Catholics, so please do share as you feel led. So I pray that you have a really blessed day, and I hope to see you on the next one. So until then, God bless. Bye.